Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character and random weapon and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's jump in and see what we get. Alright, we got the Loud. I really enjoy this character. This is just one of the most fun in Brotato, so always excited to see this. I think I'm pretty happy to roll for anything. For the class guide to the Loud, I used SMGs, but that was a long time ago, and then my previous random run, I honestly don't remember what I rolled, so I'm just going to go with whatever we get. And we've got the Jousting Lance. Alright, well this is an interesting one. So we have to be moving constantly to make the Jousting Lance work. You get a lot of extra speed, but if you ever stop, it doesn't do damage. The Jousting Lance is really good in terms of its base damage, but it mostly needs attack speed because it has 1.5 second attack speed, but the fact that it has relatively long range and of course 100% pierce, because it's a melee weapon, means it should be very good for the extra enemies that the Loud has, but the amount that we will be moving quickly is going to be a real problem for the Loud, because there's going to be so many enemies on the field, and my reflexes may or may not be able to keep up as I try not to run into enemies. But let's make this happen. You can see here our very slow attack speed is causing us some issues already. And I have to make my way over to this tree. We do at least one-shot the tree, which is nice. Just like with spears, because this is a long weapon, you want to move along the enemies, like perpendicular to the enemies, so that while it's attacking, it doesn't matter if you hit them with the flat of the Jousting Lance, you still do damage, so you can move sideways through the enemies and do a bunch of damage. On a normal character, we would roll for harvesting here, but of course the Loud gets harvesting penalties, and I think it's usually not worth trying to fight that, so we're just going to take the luck as our early economy. That said, I will still take Peaceful B probably, just because it will pay for itself anyways, just in lack of penalty rather than in positive harvesting, and losing a melee damage doesn't matter that much to the lance. It only scales 50%, so it is going to be a pretty efficient item for us. I won't buy it yet, though. I'm going to roll for more lances, and we'll take this one, and I'll lock the Lost Duck here. More luck on this character is incredible. There's so many enemies on the field that you'll be dropping constant consumables and crates. If you have a decent level of luck, then we'll buy another lance, and then roll, and lock a fourth lance. Alright, well that honestly could not be going better so far. I think that's basically a perfect chop for us. I mean, we could have found like a fertilizer or a bag or something, one of the really top tier items, but either of those would be excellent, but we're still in as good shape as possible. Our weapon set's basically online already, so hopefully the trend can continue and we can get a real monster of a build going. Oh, I missed that tree, so that's a little unfortunate. Here, I'm just going to take 6 speed. We've got the Jousting Lances. They scale with speed, so more speed is more good. And then I'm going to take luck here, although attack speed would also be really valuable, but I think I want the luck early. I'm going to roll for more lances, and can we lock another one? Wow. Alright, well, I mean, sometimes the Brotato just wants you to win, and you just get the stats that you need and the weapons you need, so hopefully this trend continues. Jousting Lance scales reasonably well with levels. It's not one of the weapons that levels up amazingly, but it's pretty good. And the fact that it's a medieval weapon tag is actually really nice. It's just a very good weapon tag that gives you armor and dodge, both stats that we want, of course. So now I'm just looking for attack speed. I'm looking for, I guess I'll take 2 regeneration, but I'm looking for movement speed. I'm looking for attack speed. A weapon that will be, or an item that will be pretty good for this character, just like in my recent Speedy video, is the Shackles, if we can find that. Not only are we going to use the regeneration pretty effectively, but the capping our movement speed will be good, because it'll prevent me from getting too fast to be able to handle. Then we will pick up these 2, and I cannot afford both lances, so I'll buy the level 2 lance, and then I'll roll once. I guess actually, I mean, we again got ridiculously lucky here, but I guess actually I was supposed to buy the level 1 lance, because we're more likely to roll a level 1, and I was hoping to roll a second lance anyways, so I was probably supposed to buy the level 1 and leave the level 2 locked, but as is, it worked out even better. Lance scales its own base damage as well, because it gives you the movement speed and everything, so you don't need to buy that much base damage on this character or on this weapon set, but percent damage is going to be very important. Attack speed is critical, because it attacks so slowly, and because we're the loud, we just generally want anything that scales off of having lots of enemies on the field. Making pretty good money at this point. I'm going to take the max HP, I think. I could, like, roll for attack speed or something, but I think we'll just take max HP, and this is pretty nice. We'll take 12% damage for sure. I will upgrade some of my lances here and buy the coffee. Excellent find, as always. And I think I will take the baby gecko. Plus range on the lances actually isn't terrible. It's not a lot of plus range because it's only half effectiveness because it's a melee weapon, but we will be leaving a lot of materials on the ground with this build, so it's generally worth buying baby gecko just to pull those in. And then, do I want sharp bullet for any reason? I don't think so. I'll regret this if we end up in some sort of pocket factory shenanigans, but I don't think that that's the direction we're most likely to go. And then I'll roll, and I'll roll again, hoping to lock more Jousting Lances, but I'll take Black Belt for sure. While we do want, of course, to increase our luck, the XP gain is very valuable because it multiplies over even more enemies on the field, and getting it this early will be pretty nice as well. We'll take Defective Steroids and Leather Vest also. The best item for us here would be, I mean, as usual, it's just bag, but mostly what we're looking for is attack speed. And because I have that Peaceful Bee and the medieval weapon tag, I do need to get a little bit more healing though. Because I have those items, we are pretty well set up for dodge. We've already got 10% dodge, so we can get to dodge cap much sooner on this build. I'm going to re-roll this and look for something better, and I will just take 2 armor. Armor's going to be really good, and I'll take 5% crit chance, I think. I could also just roll for, yeah, I'm going to roll for a better stat. Luck or attack speed would be better, and I'll even just take the 5 luck there. Black Belt. I guess I can't buy all of these, right? Yeah. Can't quite afford all of those, but I will buy the Jousting Lance and the Steroids. That will help with wave clear more. Leave the vest locked and roll. Rolling once just to see if I can find and lock another lance. I can't, but I can get weird food, which is awesome because we're going to be building luck pretty aggressively on this character, and so we should have lots of consumables, and there's a lot of enemies to generate consumables for us. The place where Jousting Lance really suffers is against elites, which often have attack patterns that make you want to stand still, but of course if you do that you don't do any damage. Oops. Tanked a lot of damage there. You might be wondering why, if I keep talking about how we need attack speed, why I'm willing to buy range, because range does decrease the attack speed of melee weapons. The effect that it has is so slight that I just don't think it's ever worth thinking about the range impact on melee weapons at all. It's just about whether you actually care about the range of the weapons, and usually the answer is no, you don't care at all about the range of the weapons, but this is one exception. I'll take 15 attack speed there, that's great, and then 9 move speed would be awesome, because I do want to increase my move speed. We get 35% base damage, so this is basically buying 3 damage as well. I could also take 9 dodge, but I think I'll just take the move speed, just increase our damage significantly. Do I want Ugly Tooth? that'll let me kind of run circles around elites more easily, so I think I will do that, and then we'll roll again, and mushroom is good regeneration, but cost me 2 luck, which is definitely a real penalty. I think I will still take it, though. I'm playing this shortly after I played the Wrench Speedy run, same day. So, even though we're moving really fast, I keep being like, wow, I'm going really slow, because we ended that run going so quickly. Definitely check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. That is one of the ones that I previously lost in my random series, and so you can go see if I manage to redeem myself. Lots of enemies on the field. Really need more attack speed. Oh, actually, of course, the best item for us would be community support. It's an attack speed based build, and community support is incredible for the loud, obviously. I'm gonna recycle the toxic sludge and then roll here. And ooh, crit chance or speed. I'm gonna take 9% more speed, I think, just even more damage from that. We'll take this. I'm going to try not to go too far above like 50% speed. We're going to get more as I level the lances, but I don't want to go too fast. On the other hand, I do want to do more damage, so maybe I'll just go as fast as possible. We'll buy the Dangerous Bunny and then reroll, upgrade our Jousting Lance, buy a Cyclops Worm, which will be good for our percent damage, and then we are good to go. I think that enemy didn't drop a material, which the Loud doesn't have any penalties that should stop enemies from dropping materials. I think that was just a bug. I don't know. If anyone wants to go back and do a slow-mo replay on that one ranged enemy in the bottom part of the map earlier, it looked like it didn't drop anything, but I might have just missed it. Got our percent dodge there. At least our damage is high enough that we are still one-shotting everything, which is, of course, the goal when you're playing Lance and when you're playing Loud, because you need to be killing everything. Attack speed, great. Here, I'll just take the crit chance. While I have decreased my crit chance, I think we can still build that back up before we get too far into the game. Do I want to spend 35 on a free turret? I don't think so. Or on a free reroll. Including the turret, I don't think so. I will buy improved tools, though. Even though we have nothing for improved tools to improve, it's still just 10% attack speed, and attack speed is so critical on this build. I mean, look at our level 3 Jousting Lance with 30% attack speed still only attacks once per second, so we definitely want any attack speed that we can find. And the attack speed's going to be more important than the leveled weapon for clearing Wave 9, so that's why I bought that over the Jousting Lance. Didn't end up with the amount of luck that I would have hoped for at this point. You definitely want to get a lot of luck on the Loud, but I decreased it with Black Belt, and then again with the Mushroom, and haven't been able to buy any since to make up that shortfall. So we are behind in luck compared to where I'd like to be, and not getting any crates from Wave 9 as a result. Although I will say I think we're running badly on crates. You should expect to see more than 0 crates, even with only like 25 luck or whatever we have. This is a pretty poor showing for crate drops. Yeah, 0 on that many enemies killed. We killed like 600 materials worth of enemies and got 0 crates. That's pretty awful. I'll just take the 6% dodge here. Yeah, with 25 luck still. I'm going to whine about that. I'll take the 6% dodge, and then I'll take 15% attack speed. That's awesome. And then we will grab another Jousting Lance. Ritual would give me some lifesteal, which isn't horrible. Lifesteal is not I think we're better off with regen than lifesteal, but we're going to be attacking a lot, and there will be a lot of enemies on the field, so lifesteal still isn't totally useless on this character. Barricade, not exactly the lance synergy that you're looking for. Fertilizer will still pay for itself pretty quickly, even though we have negative harvesting. It's just such an efficient item that we're going to buy it, and we'll take Cyberball for sure. Do I want Alien Eyes? I guess that would be another reason to take the Sharp Bullet, but I think with only 32 HP this early, I'm just not that interested in Alien Eyes. We'll take Cyberball, we'll take Bait, we'll take Cake. Bait is pretty dangerous on this character, by the way, because the number of bait aliens does increase, so we do have to be careful there. And then I will upgrade my Lance again. Things that I really need, I need max HP now, and I need, yeah, mostly just max HP. I could use some crit chance as well. We've gotten it back to 1%, but since I decreased it so much, I'd like to increase it again. The upside of this is that we're very fast, so we can outpace the chargers, the lampreys, and get away from them. So we were able to clear the bait aliens without taking damage, even though there were more of them than usual. I'm going to have to roll some of my next level ups for maximum HP, I think. It's funny, we started this run off with some truly ridiculous luck, but I think have then subsequently gotten a little bit unlucky, so karma is balancing out. On the other hand, I'm still just clearing all these enemies because we have a nice long weapon, which is, of course, what she said, and we are able to hit everything on the field all at once. We will lose an armor here and take the harvesting. That's going to pay for itself pretty quickly again. And I'll take 9% dodge here, or do I just want 6 max HP? We do need both. I guess I'll take the dodge because it's a higher level up. And then I could take luck over regeneration here, but a level 4 regeneration is too good to pass up, I think. Mammoth is 20 melee damage, which isn't as much scaling as you'd think, but still increases the damage of our weapons by 10. We do then lose some speed, which isn't the worst thing in the world, because we kind of want to decrease our speed a little bit. I'm going a little too fast for my liking, but I think it's still worth taking. We'll take the coupon, and I will take the Jousting Lance. I'm not going to bother about Snail. There's just too many enemies for slowing them down to mean anything. Then we'll roll and buy this and this. Some more great items for us. Really need to find some max HP, but other than that, feeling pretty good about where we're at. At this point, the damage on my attacks is so high that we one-shot like most enemies, so even the rib cages we're able to clear pretty quickly. A little more luck would go a long way, because we're mostly healing through consumables right now, and as you can see, I am having a hard time not tanking damage. So this is where things start to get a little dicier, just because there's a lot of enemies on the field, we're moving really fast, and we don't have the defensive stats yet to keep up with incoming damage. So I do need to find some max HP, and I need to find more healing. Oh, can we get this loot alien? No, not quite. I didn't see it till the very end. I don't know. It probably spawned at, with 5 seconds remaining. We'll recycle the cog, because we don't need that. And then, I think crit chance. I'm about to decrease it. No, I'm going to roll. I need max HP. Although, I don't think I can turn down 15% attack speed. That's just really good. We do get some max HP from the metal, so that part's fine. I get to have a level 4 Jousting Lance, too. And some more armor, and then I'll roll. Upgrade this lance, and roll. Weird Ghost is, we are going to buy, but I'm not going to use it this level because we're going into an elite fight, and we only have 16 regeneration. What will be better for me? The Mastery for 3 base damage on all my weapons, or just an upgraded Lance. The upgraded Lance will also give me additional speed and additional scaling on my lance attacks, so I think the Jousting Lance will be better. I do think I will still buy the Mastery. It's still just a lot of base damage on my weapons, but the leveled up lance I think will be more helpful for killing the elite quickly. So I just want to kind of circle around the elite to make sure we kill it very fast. Because if I let it get out of hand and I start tanking damage like I'm doing, then we can really get into trouble. Also, whenever I reverse direction, we're going to do less damage, and when you reverse direction, there's usually, at least the way I place my fingers, a brief time where I'm holding both buttons at once. And the game interprets that as you standing still, so you lose all the damage from your Jousting Lance. It's not as bad as for the Speedy, because the attacks are done over a longer period of time than... Outgoing attacks are done over a longer period of time, so there's less time for it to... It's less likely for it to coincide with you actually getting hit, like with the Speedy. There was a loot alien, but I didn't see where it went. I don't know if it despawned or if I killed it. I must have killed it. I'll recycle the Ricochet, unfortunately not useful, and I'll recycle Little Frog here. I'm going to take luck over attack speed. We do need attack speed, of course, but luck is really important. We need that to heal. I will buy the coupon. I'll buy Silver Bullet. Going to be good for our next elite. We'll buy the Weird Ghost, and hopefully I don't just die. Roll again. I'm not going to take Blood Donation, because I just bought Weird Ghost, although I will probably take it next wave. I guess technically I could buy it, right, because I have 10 regeneration. So we would heal back in time. And I'm about to buy the Fairy. So I will buy the Fairy, I'll buy the Blood Donation. We have 28 regeneration. As long as you have 11 or more regeneration, you do survive. And Blood Donation, it will still be worth a lot of money, even though we're losing Harvesting because we're the Loud. I'll lock the Insanity and then roll. Jousting Lance and Tree. And yeah, so as long as you have 11 or more regeneration, just more than 1 per second, you survive the Blood Donation tick. Obviously, we're going to have to heal up soon, but it is safe to do that. I might not have done it if we hadn't been able to buy it and the Fairy in the same shop, just because I am a little worried about, you know, the Wave 13 Weird Ghosts just having low health in general at this stage. I need to pick up these consumables. I would like more consumable healing as well. There's the loot alien in the middle there. Can we get it? I hit it a couple times already. Alright, we got it. One downside of Blood Donation that isn't at first apparent is that it does ruin your consumable healing, because it means you're not leaving them on the ground. You're just slurping them up immediately as soon as they spawn, because you're always damaged. But that's not a huge penalty. We'll recycle that, and then I guess I'll take the wheelbarrow. I guess we're just a harvesting Loud build now. Do I want luck? Do I want melee damage? Do I want dodge? I think I want dodge. I think we'd like to try to hit 60 dodge pretty soon. I will buy all of these items, though. And then roll. Coupon will still pay for itself. Very happy to see a little muscly dude. Our HP is awful for this stage of the game. Stone Skin will help to fix that, though, so I will definitely buy that. And then we will buy the Jousting Lance and go fight the Elite. This can be an extremely difficult fight for us. I need to back off and get a consumable or wait for my Fairy regen to kick in. Alright, I took a bunch of damage, because this elite just spams stuff all over the field. So it's very hard to hit it while moving, because you need to sort of get near it and stay still, because it moves slowly away from you. So this is probably one of the worst elites we could have faced, and definitely was very challenging to defeat. We did get it, but on wave 14, of course, you're also just taking incidental damage, especially as the Loud, because there's so many summons on the field. It's kind of impossible not to take some hits. So glad we have the regeneration and consumable healing and stuff that we have to try to survive this wave. We'll see if we make it, though. This is getting a little hairy, but only a couple seconds left, so we should be good. I almost died at the end there, actually. I'll take the Poisonous Tonic. We want attack speed and crit chance, and then yet another completely useless tier 4 item. Getting pretty unlucky on those. I will take 3 armor. We're about to buy Stone Skin as well, so 3 armor is even better. That gives us, that's 1/5 of our HP now, the Stone Skin, so that's a big boost. Take the Jousting Lance, and I'll roll. Upgrade our Jousting Lance. Grab another Cyber Ball, sure. We've got 3 of those now. And then I think I will take Alien Eyes here. They do a little bit of extra damage that can help us burst down an elite. Wings, I guess I'll take. We're just going to have 100% move speed by the end of this. That means I really need to focus on my defensive stats, because it's going to be very hard when I'm forced to move constantly and move this quickly to not tank damage. So I really need to have the armor, health, and regeneration to support that happening. You can see there, like, there's a lot of enemies on the field, but if we weren't moving this fast, I would be taking a lot less damage. But as is, it's hard for me to get out of the way of moving into stuff. Just changing direction quickly is difficult. And so it's taking a little more focus just because we're moving so quickly. We're going to recycle that. I've got decent percent damage, so I'm going to roll. I think I'm rolling for defensive stats. I could also just go with the themed build and increase my speed even more. Our harvesting's actually going up now, I think. I think I'm gonna take the speed, not because I think that's the right pick, but because I think it is fun that we're gonna end up with 100 speed. So we're gonna try to hit 100 before the end of the game, if I can. Claw Tree, I will still take, just because the crit chance is pretty useful. We'll roll. I will take Power Generator. We have enough speed that is going to be an incredible boost that almost like more than doubles our percent damage. And then I will combine and buy the Jousting Lance. It's possible that this won't end up being good if we find a level 2 or 3 lance. I'll just have to sell it, but for now, it's still worth doing. And then, yep, we'll take the Beanie. I'm not going to take the Snail for the same reason I didn't last time, and I will lock Community Support. That's going to boost my attack speed enormously. We're so fast. I apologize if you get motion sickness from things moving really fast like this. You might want to, I don't know, slow the video down a little bit. I actually don't know what the speed cap is in Brotato. If there's an actual cap on the stat, or if there's just an engine limitation. Will you just eventually crash the game because it moves you more units than the map has in a single key press? I have no idea. I'll take Wandering Bot, sure. To slow the enemies down, we'll be moving even faster relative to them. Alright, so how committed am I to the speed life? Because I could take 5 regeneration or 15 attack speed. Both of those would be good. I think now, pretty committed. I'm going to go for the maximum move speed strategy. Let's roll here. And so here you can see I did indeed have to sell the level 1 Jousting Lance and buy the level 3. Buy a Cute Monkey. That's going to be good given the number of things on the battlefield. And then I will take the Duct Tape. We only lose 1 HP from this because we have Stone Skin. I do still need to boost my health, though. I could take the Mastery here for 3 damage on every weapon, but I think that's such a small amount of damage relative to what we're actually doing that I'm just going to pass. And I won't re-roll for 40. We'll just save our money. This is certainly the fastest builds that I have done in like non-endless modes. Because you just end up with stats that are always at the absurd end of things when you're playing the Loud. Since you get so much money, the item scaling just becomes off the charts immediately. This version of the Loud is actually poorer than most, I think, because we've gotten pretty bad luck at crate drops in general. We haven't found a lure. Lure is better for Loud because you get plus 50% enemy spawns, and so that means that actually every lure spawns 3 loot aliens instead of only 2. So we haven't found one of those, which would be very valuable. I will take the alien magic. We really badly need max health. I'm going to roll here and roll. Still the jousting lances, but level 2, so I can't upgrade, but I'll take a beanie here, and I'll roll again. And I will buy the Peaceful Bee just for the dodge chance. Roll again, and beanie. Blood Leech. I think I will buy the Blood Leech. It does cost us some harvesting, but 4% lifesteal, just adding a little more lifesteal isn't horrible. And then I'm going to roll again just to see if there's something that we can get that will help out with the elite. There isn't, but we can buy a couple more items, and these are good items to find. At least, the compass is a good item given our plan of trying to hit 100 speed. And the enemy's basically standing still compared to us. Normally you don't want to run along the elite's direction of travel, but in this case we definitely can because we're so much faster than it. I'm having to really work the keyboard, so I apologize if any keyboard noise is making its way into the recording. Normally Brotato is not that high in APM game, so I don't have to spend a lot of effort on particular key presses, but we're going very fast. Like, it's more about planning what your next key press is going to be than hitting keys really fast, but in this case it's much more the latter. Will Hunting Trophy pay for itself before the next wave? Probably. With 36, I think we'll probably make 36 out of it. And then Extra Stomach is going to give me maybe like 3 health, 3 max health. We're really getting unlucky on these level 4 upgrades. But I guess I'll take it just because I would pay 63 for 3 max health, so I'll take it. And here, I'm going to take the dodge. I do want the max HP, of course, obviously, but dodge is too good to pass up because we're almost at dodge cap now. And we are over 100 speed. I'm trying to buy the circular saw for no reason. I will take the gentle alien, but we'd made it over 100 speed, and another gentle alien, sure. 20 luck, I think I will take. No, I'd have to lock it, so probably not. And I'm not going to take the acid here or the missile. I think I'm just going to reroll and see if there's something else we can get. And we can get wings, beanie, defective steroids, and there we go. We're going to end with like 120 speed. We are so fast. This is the point where it becomes somewhat hard to keep up, I think, if you're watching. Like, since I can sort of do this by feel, I have a pretty good sense of what's going on. But for when I've watched, you know, games that are running this fast myself, like for like speed runs and whatever, this happens a lot with, like, one of my favorite things to watch was when they used to do the Tetris speedrun blocks at GDQ, and watching people do that was unbelievable. But too fast for your eye to follow as a viewer. This isn't that fast, obviously. I'm not claiming that, but it's that kind of thing. I'll take this, and then I will take the crit chance, and then take the wings here. We'll roll again, and we get to max out our jousting lances. That's awesome. Oh, how'd the hunting trophy do? Yep, 34 materials, so it almost paid for itself. Not quite. I thought maybe we would get like a couple more, but we were close. And then I will take the tentacle. That can give us a little bit of extra healing in this last wave. The additional crit chance is going to be good. Let's roll again. Another cyber ball. I don't think will help us that much against the bosses, so let's roll. And probably blood leech is the most useful. Alien worm, 3 max HP. We lose a consumable. I think that's probably worth doing. Our consumable healing is important, but much less so in the last wave, because there's just fewer enemies on the field. And of course, we do intend to kill the bosses very, very quickly. Alright, there we go. We got him. And that is one of the fastest moving builds I've ever had, with more than 100 speed. That was really fun by the end. It's kind of fun to get to sort of stumble into those themed builds where you end up with some truly incredible nonsense happening. And of course the Loud is always great for that, because it just does so much and gives you so many resources to play with. So that was awesome. We ended up with 60,000 damage from the cyber balls, despite not getting great luck. Obviously, finding all those lances early was great, and the early coffee and stuff was a real big boost to this character. But overall, I would say this was just a really fun, solid run, and we ended up being able to build into a lot of move speed and have that be awesome. If you were not trying to just get as high move speed as possible, I probably wouldn't recommend going all the way up to 116. It does make it hard to dodge, as you saw, but it was very fun to do. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and of course, as always, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and like the video, and both of those things help me out, so I appreciate you taking the time to do it. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game content. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.